Hey, isn't it nice to get little hints every once in a while that you make a difference? Every once in a while. Victoria had something come up on her time hop like a week or two ago, saying 3 years ago today, whenever the hell it was, one of these things that does that. And she texted it to me where I was, and I looked at it and I'm like, when I saw her again, I said, what the hell is this picture? And it's just a picture of the street I lived on in Kalamazoo. And it's me just looking so happy. And she said, that's when you wrote the letter. I said, letter? And I said, ooh. Because Judas, he wrote him a letter. I looked it up, the thing on the website for the city of Kalamazoo and things. I was getting fucking irritated because, well, if you need to know, I lived on, there was a hill that came down to the road, and it was like 20 steps, concrete steps up for the people on that side of the road, up and down that damn stairwell. Well, look, Bucktown Pub, Chicago, won this shirt. I'll tell you about it later. And so you can understand in the winter, these people that were tenants, they didn't want to be dragging their trash down to the road for the damn garbage truck all the time. And back up and back down. And what the fuck? So they'd leave them down there. And we get the little thing, this little magazine every year, that quarterly, that tells what's going on, when trash pickup is, when, you know, huge stuff. It gives about things. And every time, see, I read these things because I've been in a situation where the police called when I was burning something, and I thought it was okay, but no. They called the fire department and found out it wasn't. And it always says, your trash is down on the ground, that is out by the curb, 6 o'clock next night, it's got to be gone. Something like that, 24-hour period. You can't have it out before then, and you can't have it out after that. And it says it, or you will be fined. And I lived on a beautiful street. You look down there, and it was just beautiful. The trees going over everything. It was like a tunnel looking down, just beautiful. And people just wouldn't take their shit up. They just leave it down there. Said you can understand a little bit in the winter, but you know what? Doesn't matter how much you understand. You also got to understand that there are fucking regulations on this shit. And what, everybody's supposed to ignore that you're a fucking lazy slob? But all year long, they'd do it. And I was just like, I'd take mine out, I'd take it back, and I'd make sure everything was in shape. Because if I was ever going to have a girl come around, I didn't want her pulling up into a yard in a road that was just filthy and fucking covered in shit. But people miss a lot. Just seems to make sense. And so, talked to Victoria, I said, I looked it up, and I wrote them a letter. I emailed them. I went to the library and emailed them a fucking letter about it. And I was very polite, very nice. I think people must have enjoyed the letter. And I rolled smoothly into, I don't know, it seems like it'd be a pretty good revenue builder for the city of Kalamazoo to come down this street on this day and just fine everybody. I did an old man's letter, but it was fucking, it was a bit hostile in its friendly way. Sometimes the lines between the lines are much more entertaining You just got to be able to see them. And I said, I don't care. I said, I fucking tried, goddammit. I did that. Can't sit there and bitch about it constantly if I didn't do anything about it. And I like bitching. So, gotta write a letter. At least I tried. I did that, goddammit. And I went back to the house in Kalamazoo after being out on the road. One day, I got there and I looked and I said, and I was talking to Victoria and I said, oh my God. The whole street for the first time in, since it started really going to shit about a year and a half earlier, it was clean. I said, it worked. I fucking did it. Every trash can on the block was up at their fucking house. They were probably bitching all the time. But, you know, the homeowners are responsible for that. And I mentioned that. I said, you go to the homeowners. It's their responsibility. They don't even need to get warnings. They're supposed to fucking keep up on that shit. Keep your tenants in line. If they're leaving their trash out at the curb, what are they doing in the fucking closet? And the next week, it was right back to it again. Didn't even bother. I saw one day this beautiful fucking road. And after that, well, I was with Victoria by then, so I didn't need to worry about her coming into a shithole. She knows what I'm like. But I tried. And that's what it was, to get a little hint that you make a difference. Because there's no possible way, without them responding to my letter, that this just happened. It was right there in that time frame. And never again, never before, that one day, I got a hint that I make a difference. And I got another one today. If you remember, a week or so ago, maybe as far as 2, but these things build up so much, it seems like it was a long time ago, and I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I think it was about a week ago, I did a video called A Vietnamese Veteran Going Postal. I think that was the name of it. And I talked about why they have junk mail around our letters because of the rubber bands and the war in Vietnam, and I gave a kind of modest complaint about if they're going to complain about us destroying the earth, they're still going to fucking keep making magazines into trash that nobody ever reads. And today I went out and I checked the mail. Look at the way that came back. Look at that. That's all that was in the mailbox. That's all that was there. It wasn't, here's an old one. I burn them. It wasn't this to keep it from getting all over. It wasn't like this, something you just tear off and throw away. It's almost like somebody fucking listened. You know, I keep burning those all the time. They're gonna think there's a constant fire over there. They come non-stop. Doesn't it feel nice to think maybe you're getting a hint that you make a difference?